Tonight we are looking at the British animated children's show that follows an anthropomorphic dragon that is all about happiness. Stay with me, folks. Yes, it is the classic Chorlton and the Wheelies, the series that takes place in Wheelie World, where all creatures have 3 wheels instead of feet and have a long-running conflict with a kettle witch. I don't know either, but the show lasted for 3 seasons and 40 episodes and aired on ITV from 1976. There are many characters we meet throughout the show.
He will keep you free from harm. It's fun at any time of year. So put your wheel in second gear and then hold tight. All right, we'll show you all the sights.
So now that we have the background, let's take a look at a couple of episodes. First up we have the up and down plants. So we see Fenella the kettle witch, as the narrator explains, she has just returned from a few weeks holiday. As soon as she got back home, she put the broom in the cupboard, got the milk in and went straight away to her telescope to look over at Wheelie World. She tells the telescope to get up as it is alive. Fenella looks through the telescope as she gets angry with Chorlton and the Wheelies as someone has shifted her kettle. She then gets angry with the toadies. She says she doesn't find anything funny as the telescope laughs at her. It's all very confusing as everyone roars at Fenella. The book then tells Fenella that someone has given her the wrong end of the looking glass. Fenella is mad as the telescope said he shouldn't have snitched, as he then gets abused by Fenella. Fenella then looks through once more as she sees everyone happy in Wheelie World. Fenella is confused on what is going on as she gets angry at the Wheelies. She punches the telescope once more as she then teleports the toadies to Wheelie World. So the toadies arrive as they see what the Wheelies are doing. They say Chorlton is making everyone happy. We then see the up and down plants as they grow really crazily. They appear everywhere as the Wheelies talk about the flowers. The yellow one makes a joke as the blue one is really grumpy. The blue one asks why they are sprouting here as the yellow one replies they are self-raising flowers. The blue one is annoyed at the yellow one as Chorlton then spins around as he is happy. The yellow one says thanks for laughing at his jokes as Chorlton then says he is only laughing because the plants are tickling his feet. He spins away as he then gasps for breath. He says something as the Queen chimes in. The pink one says the flowers are lovely and they haven't grown here for years. She says you only need one as they spread like wildfire. Chorlton is shocked at this news as he then suggests giving one to Fenella. The pink Wheelie says that isn't a good idea as she doesn't like anything. Chorlton says Fenella likes him as he then picks up the flowers and heads off. The toadies return to Fenella as they tell her what they saw. Fenella is annoyed as she hates plants. She then asks the book for some advice as he then spits some spell or something as I'm confused. Fenella then says she is going to head off to teach the Wheelies a lesson as she says the telescope is in charge. Fenella arrives in Wheelie's world as she says they can't be happy anymore as she casts a spell on the Wheelies. The plants and Wheelies are both frozen as Fenella laughs, but it doesn't last long as the plants and Wheelies then unfreeze. Fenella can't believe it as she says it should have lasted 100 years. Chorlton then arrives as Fenella says her plan is ruined. She is annoyed at him as Chorlton then says he has a present for her. Fenella is interested as Chorlton then explains he got her a plant as Fenella is annoyed like no tomorrow. She then teleports off as Chorlton makes a joke that she acted like the plants. The Wheelie says Chorlton is wonderful as he is embarrassed. The yellow one asks if he really did leave her a plant as Chorlton says he did as the spikers put it on the mantelpiece. We then see Fenella's place covered in plants as Chorlton laughs away as he then waves goodbye to Fenella. The episode then ends on that note. Next up we have Toady Trouble. So Fenella is looking at the Wheelies again as she is very annoyed that the Wheelies are happy. So we see the Wheelies as Chorlton then arrives. The narrator explains it is the first day of spring as everyone is wearing their best clothes. The narrator explains they are just rolling around as they are all breathing in the fresh air and being friendly to each other. The Queen says it is a wonderful day as the King agrees with her. Chorlton then chimes in and says they look posh. The Queen is a little embarrassed as Fenella is still watching on. She is very annoyed as she shouts at the toadies. She tells them to get down there as the green toadies agree. The pink one doesn't say anything as he is depressed. Fenella gets so annoyed as the pink toadie is sad. Fenella then orders the green ones to take the pink one on the trip as they arrive in the Wheelie World. The green ones hide as the pink one is just standing there. He just watches the Queen as he admires her. The Queen is shocked at the pink toadie as she thinks it is a letterbox. The pink toady watches the queen walk around as the queen is concerned and embarrassed. So the green toadies are talking up a plan as they head back to Fenella. Fenella notices the pink one is missing as she orders them to get him. They head back to Wheelie World as they try to get the pink toady back to the kettle. The green ones try their best to get Pink to come back as they talk gibberish. They give up as they return home. The pink one then stalks the queen as he clings to her. The queen can't believe it as she tells the king to do something. The king says he is not right in the head as the queen can't believe he said that. The king tries to defend himself as he goes off to talk to the other Wheelies. So back with Fenella, she can't believe what the pink toady is up to as the green ones tell her everything. She screams a lot as they say he is lovesick. Fenella is so annoyed as she then teleports to Wheelie World. She then starts shouting at the wrong toady as Chorlton tries to make friends with Fenella. Fenella keeps shouting away as Chorlton then tries to chime in. Fenella isn't having any of it as she then kicks the pink toady. She hurts her toe as Chorlton then reveals it is the letterbox. It's very embarrassing as Fenella is upset. The blue wheelie asks for compensation as Fenella then teleports that upstairs as she sees the real pink toady chasing the queen. So she tells off the real toady as she screams and shouts. The toady doesn't say anything. Fenella goes up and down as Chorlton then asks how she does that. Fenella gets so mad as Chorlton then comes up with a plan. He explains he is a friendly dragon and says the toady can tell him anything. The toady tells him everything as Chorlton explains the queen is already married. The toady gets mad as Chorlton tells him off. The king is not impressed as Chorlton says the toady can't marry the queen because he would look silly with the crown on anyway. The toady is then sad as Chorlton says he will be top heavy as he then says sorry to him as he doesn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. He then asks how the queen feels about the pink toady. The queen says she is fond of him as the toady rolls his eyes. The queen says she loves him on toast as the toady can't believe it. He gets mad as he then disappears. Fenella follows him as the queen says that was a close call. She says she hates toadstools on toast as Chorlton then figures out why she said the opposite earlier. He smiles away as he says the queen is very crafty as he then waves goodbye to Fenella and her minions as the episode ends. Finally we have Take Your Partners. So we see Fenella as she is in a very bad mood. She shouts at her toadies and spikers as she says they can't make anyone unhappy as everyone is scared of Fenella as she shouts more and more. The telescope gets an earful as the minions are scared. Fenella gets so mad she starts attacking them. She then fires all of them as they leave in a hurry. Fenella then looks through the telescope as she sees Wheelie World. We head over to the Wheelies as they are doing a stock check as it is getting close to winter. Everything had to be counted as Chorlton comes over. The blue one asks him how many he counted. Chorlton is confused as he just says everything had 4. The blue wheelie is annoyed with Chorlton as he says he can only count up to 4. The blue guy is annoyed as he says he has wasted everyone's time and everything has to be recounted. He says Chorlton is useless as the queen chimes in to defend Chorlton. The blue guy is a real grump as Chorlton gets upset. He then says he can count to 5 if he includes his tail. The blue guy tells Chorlton to get lost. Chorlton says he is useless as he slowly walks away sad. He walks into the forest as he is really upset. All of a sudden he hears something. It is someone who can't count past 4 as well. Suddenly a duck comes out of the bushes as Chorlton is shocked. He is a Spanish duck who talks about potatoes a lot. Chorlton says he is happy to see the duck as the duck says he has no job so he is depressed. Chorlton is confused as the duck talks about how life is rock and roll and how everyone wants to learn it. He says he is a dancing duck. Chorlton is still confused as he then comes up with an idea. He talks about his favorite dancing partner being Fenella and how the duck can teach her. They dance away as they then head towards Fenella's place. They bump into the minions as they are leaving the place as Chorlton is shocked. He asks what is up. The minions explain that Fenella has called them all useless. Chorlton says he is useless and everyone still likes him. He then adds that Fenella might have been joking. He then comes up with an idea for the duck to teach the minions how to dance. The duck is confused by that plan as he gets a little irate. Chorlton tells him to give him a chance as the duck teaches the minions. They all dance away. Chorlton says they should show the Wheelies as they go off to see them. The Wheelies are still counting away as they then get surprised by the minions counting to 4. The blue guy is annoyed as the queen tells him to calm down. The blue guy is confused as we then see everyone dance. Clifford, Fenella's big son, then comes out and joins in. Chorlton says he should only just watch. They dance away as the minions then get their scores. They mostly get 9s but only a 4 from the Queen. They say it has been a lovely performance as Fenella is looking on. She is totally annoyed at her minions as she can't believe they have become dancers. She teleports over to Wheelie World as everyone can't believe how mad Fenella is. She finally stops as everyone then scores Fenella. She gets very poor marks as it is then revealed the Queen can only count to 4 as Fenella is annoyed she didn't win the dancing contest. She screams away as she teleports off. Chorlton wonders how she does that as he tells everyone to carry on dancing. The episode then ends on that note. In conclusion, Chorlton and the Wheelies was an okay show, but I didn't really understand it and it was very strange. But what else do you expect from a 1970s show? The stop-motion animation was good, but I didn't really get the premise as it felt like a load of different ideas just mashed together. Look, it's not a bad show. The plots were silly and very simple, but I can't recommend this one unfortunately, so it's a pass from me. So thank you for watching. If you have any TV shows you like to see me do, put them in the comments.